The 49ers do something that I knew they could do, but I wasn't expecting it to be this difficult for them to do it. The 49ers beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 23-20, and Moody, we got some talking to do to you. Stay tuned. Let's talk about it, 49er faithful.
49er, I bleed red and gold. I've been faithful since I was 2 years old. We bout to score quick and count another ring. Being a 49er mean, I'm a 49er.
49er faithful, it is I, Filmo Trev, back with a new podcast, talking with my co-host, L. Say what up.
Hello, hello.
We watched the game, and we're here now to break it down and talk about all the good, the bad, and the ugly about the 49ers and what they did right and what they did wrong. And I saw a lot of right, and I saw a lot of wrong. So let's talk about the right. The 49ers beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, thank God. And it should have been a game that they should have dominated, but they didn't dominate. Why? Because our kicker is coming back from an injury, but I don't know. Part of me is like, he should have stayed out a little bit longer. Another part of me is kind of like, no, get back in the fire, kick the damn ball, and which he did a horrible job. But he came through clutch for a 50-yarder. So give me your opinions on what do you think of the game in the first quarter?
Oh, first quarter, I thought we had it in the bag. I'm going to be honest. Well, okay, look, when the game started, I asked you, what should we make of the Buccaneers? You said they're a good team. They're a good team. And historically, in this season, we struggled a bit with the good teams, right? So
Definitely.
I'm thinking, okay, I don't know how this is going to go. First quarter, great. We're doing great. I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling super confident and happy. Everybody's looking good, and Jennings is back, right? And McCaffrey's back. This is my first time seeing McCaffrey play live.
Yep.
We talked about McCaffrey. I was really curious, so I ended up watching the highlights. Beautiful. He's got beautiful moments, gorgeous moments. So this is my first time seeing him. I'm having a great time first quarter. But
we're not going to talk about then. We're not going to talk about that. Honestly, the first quarter for me was definitely something of, hey, we're rested. Things are good. We know what we need to do. We got Christian McCaffrey back. We have Juwan Jennings back. We have the band back, kind of, sort of. We're missing Ayuk, but we got the band, the key players of the band back. So let's go out there and dominate. And the 49ers were doing that in the first quarter. On the defensive side of the ball, Bosa wasn't doing that well in the first quarter, but the defense did what they were supposed to do. You know what I mean? They had a fat donut for most of the first quarter, all the way up to the second quarter. Though we had them in a donut position. We couldn't execute on that side of the ball of like interceptions or sacks, but we did what we were supposed to do by literally holding them to a donut. And that's difficult to do any NFL team in the NFL, holding them to a donut. But we did that, and it was good.
Let me know if I'm not correct about this, but zooming in on Bosa for a second, I feel the sense that I get is that Bosa can kind of not be the star of the show until you really need him.
Well, anybody you pay $100 million to, you want them to be a star all the time. You want them to be a constant star.
Oh, okay.
So that lackluster performance on a backup left tackle, Scholes, on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he should have been dominating. But you know what? They kind of took him out the game, and the ball. Christian McCaffrey, I think, has been fooling us and playing a joke. I really do think he's been playing us the entire time. I truly do believe.
All right, hold on.
Yeah.
We seriously have to get real tinfoil hats on this show.
I'm not gonna wear tinfoil. But my conspiracy is Christian McCaffrey just went on a long vacation to be with his wife. He got married, have a long honeymoon. Yeah, he was a little nicked and banged, but the way he played today, I don't know. He played phenomenal. He played like there's nothing wrong with his Achilles. I'm thinking that he just went along, how do I say, load management. That is the word that I'm going to use. It looked like load management with Christian McCaffrey for the beginning of the season, and now that's the second half of the season, he's ready to rock and roll. Give me your weird analysis on what you think about Christian McCaffrey and how he played today.
Oh, my weird analysis. You want the weird one?
Because it's going to be weird from anybody. Because it's just weird. He hasn't played in 9 months, and he's been injured with 2 Achilles bruising thingy-majiggies. You know, I'm not a doctor, but you know what I mean? I do know a little bit about, the body. You don't come back and just play like that and just everything's fine and dandy. It looked suspicious, just a little bit. It just looked a little bit suspicious. That's all I'm saying. A little bit.
Well, look, here's my initial reaction to all that is, first of all, if you're that talented, and it seems like he is, like I said, this is my first time seeing him play live, but I also saw the highlights from past games.
Yeah.
I think he is that good. If you can pull that kind of weight and just kind of dip out for a few games, and you can negotiate that kind of thing.
8 games.
8 games, exactly. If you're that good, then hey, more power to you. Go for it, and it gives other people more time to shine. We did get more Jordan Mason because of it, and that was a great thing. I agree with you that, Kyle Shanahan may not be giving him the plays he deserves, but we still get to see what he can do in other situations.
I'll give you that. I definitely will give you that. Jordan Mason did look phenomenal in the first 8 games. We really saw that he can become a real starting running back in the NFL. But imagine them both together, combined. Jordan Mason, Christian McCaffrey, Ingarindo. Those 3 running backs together will be phenomenal for the future to come. It just sucks that from what I saw today, it looked like Christian McCaffrey's been really hurt. I'm just saying. If he's been hurt and he comes back and looking like that, imagine if he's healthy. I don't know how many yards he rushed for this game, but it looked like he had at least 60 to 70 yards rushing and had like at least 30 to 40 yards catching the ball. Like, he looked saucy, like there was nothing wrong with him. I don't know. Suspicious. I want to say load management might have been somewhere in there, but hey, who am I? I just, I see what I see, and it looked like load management to me.
And why not,
Because football players, we don't do load management. We don't do load management. We're not NBA. We're not all them other leagues that do load management. We're not baseball.
Hold on, what do you mean by load management?
Load management, meaning as in we are expected to play every game. We don't take a game off just because we want to save ourselves and have too much rust here and there, and we got a little nick and bang and ting, ting, ting.
Wait, are you
Football players don't do that.
The only one that does that?
I'm saying that it looks like he might be the first player to do a load management
of that
magnitude.
Oh, okay.
This is different.
Yeah.
9 months is a long time, and then you stay out for 8 games, and nobody really knows what's wrong with you except Achilles. It's just unique, you know what I mean? I'm not saying he's lying. I'm just saying he just played phenomenal football to make me look at him a little suspicious. That's it. Just a little suspicious.
Okay, well, here's a different hypothesis.
Okay.
It could be it was exactly what he said it was, and he knew how much time he needed to rest. He had his feet up, and he knew when it was time to come back exactly in the game that mattered the most so far in the season.
That's bullshit. And I'm calling bullshit. And it is what it is. But he just came back too saucy. He didn't have no dust. He was running the ball, running into people, spinning off things, still getting first downs. He did everything right except score. That's the only thing he did not do normally. Normally he would have scored, but he didn't score. That's the only thing. Other than that, nah, we rocking and rolling. And I think with Christian McCaffrey coming back for this game, him against Seattle, it's going to be a ball. He's going to go schizo in Seattle. He's going to go schizo. He's going to go schizo. He's going to have some home cooking at home. He's going to have his family and friends there. He's going to be comfortable. I see Christian McCaffrey against Seattle Seahawks, over 100 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. I think he gets back into the groove against Seattle from what I saw from this game in Tampa. If he's doing this away in Florida, imagine when he gets home what he's going to do. He's going to dominate, and it's going to look saucy, and I can't wait to see it. I really can't wait to see it.
Yeah, I'm ready for that.
Buccaneers won, barely. And it sucks of how we won because it shouldn't have took all of that. Literally, there was 9 points that we should have had by Moody, but I believe he had the yips. And between you and I and the 49er faith, I want to say it. Deebo putting his hands on him did the job. Sometimes you got to have a fight with your family. And that's okay. Sometimes you need to have fisticuffs put to you for you to understand there's no room for messing up. You're a professional, so you got to be a professional. And sometimes you need those people to check you in a way that's not normal. It worked. He hit the game winner. So I thank Deebo for doing that, because if Deebo didn't do that, guess what? He probably would have yipped it again. Give me your opinion. I really want to know.
You really want to know my opinion?
I really want to know your opinion.
All right.
Because I believe sometimes you got to put your hands on people for them to do right.
Yeah, so in that case, since you've invited me, I'm going to take devil's advocate position on this because I want to really get into where you're coming from.
Okay.
I want to know all about it. So, okay, first thing, we'll never get to see what would have happened if Deebo had never done that. Maybe Moody would have still made the final kick. Maybe,
Absolutely not.
We'll never know. We can't know that.
We have the data from the NFL history of kickers that have missed 3 kicks in a row.
Oh, you're saying
the data from all kickers combined together that have missed 3 kicks in a row and then hitting the 4th kick.
You're saying every single time it involved someone gets hit.
No,
someone throws hands.
Not saying that. What I'm saying is kickers that miss 3 in a row in a game is very likely they're going to miss the 4th one because it's in their head. They have the yips because they'll swing it left, they'll swing it right, they'll swing it over left, hook it. It's a normal thing. But when you have a teammate putting hands on you and saying, we don't got time for this, make the kick. Sometimes you need those people that know how to bring something out of you. And for example, when I was a kid, when I messed up, my mama whooped me. Guess what? I had to make the same mistake twice. Some people need that type of, injection. Some people, not all, but sometimes you need to get, the belt to your ass for you to realize you can't make mistakes. And he got the belt to his ass. His teammate as well, the long snapper, got the belt to the ass. And guess what? It was perfect. You got to do what you got to do. That's all I'm saying. I
hear you. At the same time, this is a grown man that we're talking about.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like so again, devil's advocate here. It's risky he could get more yips. You know what I'm saying?
And he doesn't belong in the NFL. He doesn't belong in the NFL. He doesn't deserve to get paid to do this job.
There's a reason that when you miss the first, let's say 2, when you miss the first 2, no one puts hands on you. In fact, they leave you alone. There's a reason for that.
Yeah.
There's a reason that you just let them.
The reason why is because you don't want to be the person to bring them high or bring them low. So what do? When it comes to kickers, quarterbacks, left tackles, and sometimes defensive ends, you don't talk to them when they're in a funk and when they're going flat. You don't talk to them. You don't bring it up. You just say, hey, great job. Keep on going. And that's all you say, and you leave them the hell alone.
Until the 3rd kick.
3rd kick in a game-winning situation, and we're supposed to be dominating and winning. Hey, no, it's your fault. You need your ass kicked right now because guess what? I believe in you. So sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. If they're family and you believe in them. I believe sometimes brothers fight, sisters fight, dad and son fights, mom, daughter fights. What's the difference? Grown man need his ass kicked. He got his ass kicked, got embarrassed, and what did he do? He made up for it and made the game-winning kick.
I mean, there's also the element that this is public. It's on live TV.
That you missed 3 kicks in a row.
I understand that, you can't do that.
Absolutely not.
There's no doing that to someone off camera in the middle of the game. The cameras are everywhere.
We ain't got time for that. We in a game. We supposed to be up by 9 points, but you're slacking on your Mac and you're not doing what you're supposed to do. All we ask you to do is show up on time, kick the ball. That's it. We don't ask you to be in front of the camera. We don't ask you to do anything extra. We'll take care of everything else. All you got to do is kick the ball and show up on time. That's it. And we leave you alone. That's like the most beautiful thing about a kicker and a long snapper. You're not asked to do nothing else except show up to work on time and kick the ball. That is it. Nothing more, nothing less, and you can have a great career off of just being that right there. But when you miss 3 in a row, god damn it, I'm gonna kick your ass. And that's what happened. It is what it is.
Look, I really empathize with that because I just understand that everyone is putting their hearts into this game, their bodies into this game.
Yeah.
And for the entire team to work so hard and for all that work to kind of die out when your hope was riding on that field goal. I completely understand emotions, emotions happen. At the same time, let's recognize that Moody handled it really well. Not only did he make the last kick, when he talked about it, when he was being interviewed about what happened, he took responsibility.
Owned up to it, yeah.
He wasn't getting mad, he owned up to it, exactly. And I think that makes him deserve a lot of respect for what he was able to do at the end of the game.
He know he wrong. He know he wrong. He's been kicking his whole life. He ain't been playing linebacker. He ain't been playing quarterback. He been kicking. He knows what he's asked to do. And when a kicker missed the first one, everyone will let that ride. It's all good. The second one, we gonna look at you crazy, but we still not gonna say nothing. The third one, oh, we wilding out. And you're gonna hear us talk on the sideline, but we're not gonna say it to you. I appreciate Deebo Samuels for going up and saying, hey, get your crap together. We not doing that. We gotta win this game. And the long snapper, can't think of his name right now off the top of my head, and I should remember his name. He stepped in and defended his kicker, which he was supposed to do. But that means you gotta get that ass whooping too when the kicker get his ass whooped. And that's exactly what happened. 49er faithful, give me your thoughts and opinions. Was Moody the wrong one or was Deebo the wrong one? We gotta talk a deeper dive on this one. Until next time, thank y'all so much.